certainly reciprocal. I get the pleasure and the reality check of being in connection with folks whose circumstances are way different from mine. You're not signing up, you're not pledging anything, you're not being trained, your hours are not being counted, you're just doing the work, and I love it. I think we can all be mentally healthy and healthier as we become more compassionate. If you're not active, if you're not doing volunteering, if you're not out there, if I'm not, then I would probably be depressed, or at least.
In the past, I have volunteered in the sense of developing and structuring intentional community units, being a kitchen mother and running operations of food prep and harvest and long-term storage. But the reality of the human experience is that it takes work. Love is work. You know, however we want to dice it, we can just love someone, and that's nice to say that. But it's not just about the talk, it's also about the walk. And so I feel that what would empower those that are unhoused is space to be heard, space to process their traumas and be validated for their experiences instead of being pushed into functioning. You know, I feel that a lot of the problems in our world and the main reason for emotional disconnect is secrecy. Everybody's suffering silently. Everybody's going through the same thing, but alone. We can't talk about the same exact thing we're going through because we've literally created this wall of like...
So traveling and being homeless really helped me love what was going on out there, like noticing that people weren't able to maintain. I mean, I was working 3 jobs, you know, I wasn't doing that well. So then noticing other people and people who couldn't handle it and how we weren't that much different. Well, right now I'm really enjoying showing up on Sundays with Backup or the group that's giving the free food out. And it's about people connecting to people. The food is one of the ways, but this is really about the connection more than the food. Because that's what heals. Yeah. As I connect, I heal. That the way to get more of us out there is for us to have fun. For us to enjoy each other.
What seems to be a theme throughout my life, I've done a whole bunch of things, what seems to be a theme is 2 kinds of nurturing. Food, the body, and for the soul and the mind, books. Yeah. And I build my whole life around those volunteer activities. I'm a firm believer in food is food, food is medicine, food is love. Interfaith breakfast at the First Christian Church years ago used to be, I would go there twice a month on Sundays, and we would feed maybe 6,000 people a year. And then there's Food for Lane County. I go there, I've been there the longest. I go there Tuesdays and Thursdays for 3 hours each day. And I chop vegetables for the dining room. We got St. Vincent de Paul to donate books to us, and we would go pick them up twice a month and clean them up. And one other woman and myself did 3,200 of them ourselves last year. I don't like the homeless label because I've witnessed people at the camp that I like, that I go to all the time, make a really good home there. Tomato plants, you know, decorate, you know, that's home. For a while. You got a tomato plant, you're home. You got a pet, you're home. You got someone that you love that you're with, you're home. I don't care what you got on you or anything else. That's home. That's your heart is right there. So we're all about the same thing. Taking care of each other, loving each other, and contributing. That's what we're all about. Anything that gets in the way of that is where we're like operating with our lesser selves. So
this retreat really helped me recognize how everything has been given all these years. First thing we did was stop at the shelter, and we were told you can pick up the blanket. And so we first pick up the blanket, and then ta-da! I can put blanket in this and carry like Santa Claus. And then at night, I will just open this up. And since I'm short, I would put myself in. Even though it was April, it was cold at night, 40s. And so I'm completely blocked with the wind and kept me warm. With the cardboard that I found on the dumpster, I was relatively comfortable in a cold night. And I had my blanket and my jacket to make a pillow. And we kind of, first night we stayed in front of the appliances store. That's where 8 of us slept. And I really recognize how much I took things for granted. So I really appreciated garbage bag. I truly recognize the, versatility of cardboard. And then in the morning, my hands were getting dirty, and my nails are getting dirty. And so when the shelter opened, we went to the shelter, and the bathroom was nice and warm. It wasn't like outside. I got to scrub my hands, and there I was told where I can pick up toothbrush and toothpaste, because we couldn't take that with us. And I could not believe how fellow people on the street were so kind to us, and they just, oh yeah, you can pick up at this place, and you can also pick up the food at this place too. Want to come? We can walk. Like, sure. Actually, the people who are on the street, they are compassionate as well. It's in all of us. I think that was big take home for me. And you're actually offering me everything you know how to survive on the street was really humbling. And how arrogant I have been was what I realized. So in my lifetime, love in every heart.